Hey there, it's Pete Checkley for SampleLibraryReview.com. Today I'm checking out Ascendance by the Fallout Music Group. The Fallout Music Group say that Ascendance is the ultimate riser tool. In recent years, there have been many different tools that have made that claim, but can Ascendance rise to the challenge? Ascendance downloads at just under 2.2 gigabytes and is a 3-layer riser creator. There are over 170 different custom sound sources, which include live orchestral string recordings, live small ensemble strings, live harps, and various other sound sources. All sources are recorded at 24-bit 48K quality, and there's 100 snapshots to get you started. Please note that you need the full version of Kontakt 5 or better, and if you go over to falloutmusicgroup.com, you'll find Ascendance on special intro offer at $39. After the introduction price is ended, it will go up to $59. So to get an idea of the sources which are available to you, I'm going to mute the microphone and I'm going to play a series of 4-bar risers using just the C note, and I'll go through a different selection of these so you get an idea of the samples we can create our risers from. So for me, you can hear there are loads of different sample sources, lots of different variety, and you can create loads of different textures and different feelings. I really like the sort of more ghostly samples. The harps are absolutely fantastic. The glissandos absolutely blow me away. And I think creating with this tool can be really, really exciting. Okay, so let's talk about the GUI of Ascendance. You can see in default mode, straight away, you have our 3 channels or 3 layers at the top, and then at the bottom, we have our global effects. Further down, you can see that the keys are color coded into green, orange, and purple. The green are 4-bar risers, the orange are 8-bar risers, and the purple are the 16-bar risers. Everything you need is on one page. If we go to the credits, it's got all the people who have been responsible for making Ascendance a reality. So thank you to all of them. Looking at channel 1, we have our 170 sound sources on a drop-down menu. We have stereo field left or right. We have the volume controls and a mute. There's a saturation button with the amount and the output, low pass filter, high pass filter, AD, SR and C. In terms of effects, there's the screamer, delay and reverb. I'm a huge fan of this GUI purely because it is so easy to use. The last feature is the randomization button. So if you want some instant inspiration and you don't want to go through all the menus, you can just click these till you find something you're happy with. If I just play a 4-bar riser, you can see how that's going to sound. So at the moment it's very dry, there's no tail, but obviously there's no effects on there. So GUI I think is a massive plus for this library. So now that we've heard some of the different sample sources, I'm going to play through some of the snapshots. Now if you click on the snapshot icon, you can see there are over 100 different snapshots with different categories. So we have string combos, hybrid, there's some granular risers, and things like angry robots always sound interesting. Classic trailer, classic cinema, Flutterchop, Ghost Rise, fantastic names, and I'm guessing they're going to reflect the sounds they create. So I'm going to turn the mic off again and just play through some of these presets. Instantly, you can already hear there are loads of presets to get you started. These can go straight into your cues, straight into your DAW. They sound absolutely fantastic. The tempo syncing is such a great idea, putting it on one instrument. So the voices, which is the last snapshot I use, the 4-bar. I then have the ability on the same channel to turn that into an 8-bar. I think that idea is absolutely fantastic, just going from 4 to 8 to 16 just by changing the octaves. So instantly you can use this. I actually have them put this in my cue straight away. It speeds up your workflow really, really well. And I really think the designers have come up with a great idea here. So that's Ascendance out of the box. I think it's really, really good value for money. There is a lot of variety in the sounds and the textures. The speeding up of workflow from 4 to 8 to 16 bar risers, I think is really, really valuable. And I'm just really blown away for the value for money. But the fun doesn't stop there. I'm going to mute these two channels and just open something pretty straightforward. In fact, let's just use violins. And I'm going to just see what the different effects do. So obviously reverb, playing a 4-bar riser. So it adds a very, very small tail. Let's make the reverb a lot bigger. That is really big. And increase the pre-delay. Let's just boost it a little bit. Okay, so a lot more decay. Let's add a little bit of delay. And I think we need more delay. Oh, there we go. Let's bring the dump down. Feedback, yeah. Again, boost. Okay, so already, I mean, it's sounding really cinematic. Let's add the screamer. Okay, already that is, yeah, really loud. Let's bring that down. So the effects can either be quite subtle, or with going a little bit extreme, they can create some pretty great risers. I'm just going to go for some big reverb. Let's whack the time right up, some dampening, and let's see what that sounds like. I mean, that delay is absolutely awesome. You could disappear, go off for a bite, come back and still be hearing that one, and it's still going. So that's some pretty extreme delay. Let's go bring the time down again. So onboard effects, they could be everything you need. Generally, you want risers to be quite tight. You want them to stop where they need to stop, not hang over, but it's always good to have a bit of a tail, especially if you're doing a big stinger ending. So the effects work perfectly. So how can you use Ascendance in a cue? I do believe that Ascendance is really geared towards media composers and orchestral composers, hybrid orchestral. It could be used in video games, movies, TV shows. So this is the latest cue I'm working on. It's a bit of an orchestral epic. I've done the composing and I'm on to the sound design. I'm going to add some more decorative instruments a little bit later and a few more textures, but at the moment I'm using 4 different risers from Ascendance. Now if I open the first one, we have Pulse Fest, that's the preset. The next one is Hollow Tones, and then we have 2 Hybrid Aggression number 2s. They're both ever so slightly different, and I'm using 4-bar, 8-bar and 12-bar variants. So I'm just going to play the cue. I'm going to highlight which one is being used at which time, and you can hear for yourself how I would use Ascendance. I'm not all about loads and loads of sound design and loads of whooshes and risers, and I think the subtle use really elevates the piece. So my final thoughts on Ascendance. Well, for $39 you get a lot of content, 170 samples, over 100 snapshots, and the ability to create over 850,000 different combinations of those means this could actually be the ultimate riser tool. I am pretty sure that Fallout Music Group were pretty close with their claim, and they've completely sold me. I think the sound quality is brilliant, but the fact you can speed up your workflow so quickly with this is incredible. The color-coded keys down the bottom, the 4, the 8, the 16, I think is absolutely genius. The effects, they can be exactly all you need to do on the instrument to make your risers sound like you want them to. Who do I think this is for? Well, media composers, epic orchestral composers, horror writers. I think there's some really cool ghostly effects in there. Anyone working in sort of video games, this could be a really valuable tool. I do think for $39 it's a no-brainer. I think for $59, if you do miss the intro price, it's still fantastic value for money. All in all, I am massively impressed by this, and I have been using it in my workflow. It's probably found its way to about 5 different projects, so I highly recommend this product. So thank you for checking out the review. Please let me know in the comments below, do you like Ascendance? Is it the kind of library that will find its way into your DAW, into your projects, into your workflow? What do you like about it? What do you think could be improved? As you can tell, I really like it. Please subscribe to the channel, show your support to samplelibraryreview.com, and head on over there to check out all the latest news about the latest instruments. Thank you and have a great day.